Hello. So I just was like feeling like I wanted to do a fun little reading. I kind of like want to do a soulmate reading, like a soulmate journey reading, but I also don't want to put any constraints on it. I think I just want to do a reading and see what I'm itching to talk about. And yeah, so let's just get right into it. I'm kind of hoping to do a longer reading, but it doesn't actually need to end up being longer. It's just what I'm feeling in the moment. So let's see. Okay, spirit, ancestors, goddesses, gods, what is our reading about? We have the Tower. Okay, Tower. Well, what are we talking about? The Star, 1617. Okay. Favorite hot chocolate. And the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, back of the deck, 5 of Wands. So let's see. The Tower, the Star, the Knight of Pentacles. This feels super random. And the back of the deck, the 5 of Wands. Interesting. Okay, this is funny because what it feels like is the scene that's being painted right here feels like a lot of energies that aren't yours or aren't ours. Like, well, the Knight of Pentacles could be, but the Knight of Pentacles kind of feels like a messenger or like a delivery person. But like the Tower here, the Star, and the 5 of Wands feels like cosmic forces, universe energies, ancestral energy, like destiny energies, karmic energies. Not karmic in a bad way, but just energies that are like enforcers in the universe, that are moving things around, that are delegators, that are interpreters, that are decision makers in your path. It feels like there's a lot going on in terms of, it feels like the universe really has their hands in your path right now and is doing a lot of work. So that's kind of interesting. Like, they are the first energies to come out. This could be an answer if you're feeling like you don't have a lot of control, or there's not a lot of movement in your life, or you don't feel like there's a lot going on. It could be that there's a lot happening behind the scenes. It feels like there's a lot of moving parts, a lot of moving images. And yeah, like things trying to come together, or things coming together, but in a way that would only make sense to like a bigger orchestrator. Like, you know, there's a divine orchestrator and they're giving orders. And so in one part of your life, something has been ordered to fall it apart. So there's like a witch over there helping this thing fall apart with the Tower. And then you have another part of your life where they want some magic to start to grow, and they want some type of dream to be given some more energy to be boosted up. So there's a witch helping you over there, and they're going to do that for you. And then there's like some type of thing that you need to receive, an idea, a tool, an experience, a job even. Something even to maybe keep you busy. And so they're like, okay, go send them to do that, you know, and give us some more wiggle room, give us some more time. So you've got that going on. And it kind of just feels like an effort to keep you busy, even maybe to keep you distracted as they figure out what's going on. And then there's like this energy either in your subconscious, and it could be with your divine team, or it could even be within yourself, where there's a lot of deliberation happening, a lot of debate, a lot of energy boiling to the surface as they're figuring out how to construct this thing, how to create this thing, how to get the perfect recipe. There's a lot of back and forth around how this is supposed to go, and there's not really a rule book. So it might be there's a lot of chaotic energy, but it's not conflict in a bad way. To me, it just feels like there's a lot of hands that are invested in your path right now. There's a lot of people, energies involved in your path right now. And so there's a lot of chaotic energy because of that. Okay, that's an interesting start. But there is some type of divine order to things, because you have the Tower and then the Star, those are cards that are in order, succession, in successive order. The Tower comes first and the Star comes, and that's exactly how they came. The Knight of Pentacles and the Five of Wands seems to maybe encapsulate a little bit more of your energy, because of the fact that it's, it's minor arcana. It doesn't feel as up in the stars, up in the clouds. So that even could be your own personal debate around trying to figure out what you're supposed to do next. All of your different selves, all of your intuition, all of your past selves, all of your present, future options, debating, which way do we go? And it could just be a little bit of a wiggle around to try and keep you busy as these things are coming together. I'm not sure though. I'm not completely sure yet. Okay. Then we have the Five of Cups, the Page of Cups. At the back of the deck, we have the Queen of Cups, the Ace of Cups at the back of the deck again, and then Judgment and the King of Cups. So first of all, lots and lots of water. Water dominant, water heavy. But let's look at the Five of Cups and the Page of Cups. This Five of Cups is interesting to me. It's been coming out actually quite a bit, and I always am like, what is it really on about? Oh, well, there is something here around like shedding skin and being open to spending your time differently, spending your energy differently. You may have had a certain idea of how you would be spending this season in your life, and you might need to end up spending it a different way. And you could have had an idea of spending it a certain way that was more mature, or that encapsulated a certain energy around you evolving and you becoming more independent, you being more of an adult. It feels like, because what I'm seeing here, and I'm relating it to my own life, is like I see this person with the Five of Cups, and their birthday party is kind of like, it's my party and I'll cry if I want to. Their party clearly didn't work out. And then we have the Page of Cups, and what I've never noticed before is the clothes in the background, which is very similar to the what the Five of Cups is wearing, which makes me feel like, the Five of Cups ends up going to this space that the Page of Cups is within, and when they take all that off, all those expectations off, all of this garb around what you should be, who you should be, what you should be doing with your time, perhaps, how you should appearing, what appears to be successful, and you just do what makes you happy or what helps you pass the time, what's therapeutic, what keeps you calm. You seem to be more in your element, more in your flow. And what I was relating it to is that, this summer season, I'm a summer baby, so I'm a Cancer. I have my birthday this season, this upcoming season. And I've got certain ideas around, what I would like for it to happen, where I would like to be by my 24th birthday. But it might not end up that way. And I'm trying to embrace that. But there is a lot of disappointment around things not really being where you want them to be. You not having the certain relationships that you would like to have. You not being able to do certain things that you feel like would be exciting and fun to do. And maybe you having to do something else. Something that feels a little less evolved, something that feels more childish, something that feels like the same old thing, And there could be a lot of struggle around that. You could be feeling like you're going backwards instead of moving forward, especially with the idea of a birthday here. There is this energy of like, during a moment where you are actually evolving, like in age, you're physically getting older, you could be having during that same time be in an energy that feels like you are going backwards, like you are not evolving in the way that you need to, like you're missing steps, one step forward, two steps back, kind of energy. And that could be troubling for you. You could be feeling like you're not going at the pace that you need to be, like you're not where you need to be. But I think that there is a magic and a power here in embracing this Page of Cups energy and allowing, whatever's been lost to be lost. Whatever is not working out, let it not work out, but express that energy in a way that actually helps you move through it, flow through it, instead of just sulk in it and sink in it. You know, you might have an opportunity here to use your creativity, to use your passions, to use art and expression, something that makes you a little bit vulnerable, but also brings you back into like the inner child state, the dreamy state. You might have an opportunity to kind of let loose, you know? You might have an opportunity to not have so many expectations on you and to just kind of be a little bit of a kid again through whatever this is that you're experiencing, where you feel like you're at a loss. And I think you should embrace it. It feels like there's a bit of a reprieve coming for you, like a bit of a break in time, almost like a gap in time. And it does kind of feel like Spirit is sidetracking you in order to actually give you, first of all, give you some more time, and also give themselves maybe more time to kind of get you out the way of trying to be super involved in something. And this time it's supposed to be a time of relaxation. And I think it's supposed to be a time for you to express yourself, figure out how you're feeling, just get some emotions out, get some expression out, some creativity out there, and give some love to your inner child. Tend to that part of yourself, nurture that part of yourself. This is a valuable time. It's a gift that you're receiving, even if it doesn't feel like that. You've got to maybe work to find the gift in it. If it's going to be a struggle for you to do that, work to find the gift. This could also be about finding your own space, you know? For everyone else, they might feel most alive by the ocean, but maybe you feel the most alive by the river. You know, it's about making sure that you are following your own distinct path and not shaping your life and your expectations to match what, you know, coheres with society's expectations of success or what you should enjoy, you know? And same thing with that birthday example. Like, you might not actually be someone who gets a lot of joy out of like having a birthday party and like going out to dinner, going to throw a big party, a big bash, and blah, 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 blah. But because you're at this age and maybe you've never done that before, that's what you feel like is successful, or some type of big celebration. And maybe you end up doing something else instead, something that feels smaller, something that feels more intimate, something that doesn't feel as big, as grand. And it could feel like a little bit of a disappointment, or you could worry that that's a bit of a disappointment, that that's not enough. I don't think it's going to be. I think something intimate, something small, something that gives you time away and peace to yourself is exactly what you need. And it could actually also be that there is some celebration that's coming that doesn't end up feeling as good as it should, you know, doesn't end up being as great as it should be. And that might be a heads up that you need some time away, that you need some time to yourself, that you need to go, you know, give yourself a little bit of that nurture time. There could be a celebration that you have where, you know, it just ends up being a bit of a letdown, and, you know, people don't show up in the way that you thought they were going to, or that you hoped they would, or you just don't feel very celebratory. It doesn't feel, it doesn't live up to what it should feel like. And I think that that's a great time, or a signal for you to go spend some time alone, spend some time nurturing your inner child, because that also could be connected to how you feel, how your inner child has felt a lack of celebration for them as a child, a lack of prominence, or, you know, just like energy around them. And so this might be a time for you to actually spotlight your inner child right now and be like, I'm celebrating you, you know, in your own way, how that feels good to you. So that's an interesting energy. Then we have the King of Cups, Judgment, the Ace of Cups, and what's that? Is that the Queen of Cups? It is. I mean, the Queen of Pentacles. And then, yeah, the Queen of Cups. And behind that is the Six of Wands. So, this is interesting. Give me 1 second. Oh, this is interesting. Okay, hold on. So let me look at this, because basically it also feels like your story is not so separated from somebody else's. There could be someone else who's kind of in the same place that you are, or enters into a place that you're going to go, kind of in the same energy of needing to fill their own cup, of needing to kind of be on their own island and embrace themselves a little bit again. And it feels like someone is matching your energy. Yeah, someone is matching your energy, and there's a lot of abundance, like shared abundance and shared direction. It feels like you and someone have some type of tether or connection. Sorry, hold on. I'm like also somewhat in the shade, somewhat in the sunlight, and it's hot. So I might need to move this a little. I hope you can still see me. I'm just gonna move this back a little. Okay, hold on. Okay, yeah, you can still see me, right? I think so. Yeah, it's just I'm looking at the Queen of Cups here and the King of Cups, and then we have Judgment and the Ace of Cups. And then I wanted to, because these were all behind these. And we got these off to the sides. Yeah, I feel like you and someone are in the same place. In the same place, but you're not in the same place. Like you're in the same place in terms of you've both come here looking for some peace of mind, some peace and quiet, a space to evolve, a space for evolution, a space to find yourself and to give back to yourself, and a space where you feel most at home and most at ease. I do feel like you're finding, first of all, you're finding what like your cup looks like, what filling your cup looks like. And I feel like you're finding like what different ingredients you need in terms of an environment, what kind of space you need to be in order to be able to have your cup filled. And you're finding a space what that space looks like when you are most abundant. Like I feel like you are finding the place to be in where you are the most abundant, where you are the most productive naturally without even really having to try. And you're finding some perspective, and it feels like somebody else is showing up in the same vicinity, not exactly where you are, like not next to you in your space, but in the same environment, who is doing the same thing, finding what fills their cup, finding out how to feel grounded in a space, finding out how to feed themselves, how to follow their intuition, their intuitive voice, and finding perspective, and finding a new outlook. It also feels like someone is showing up seeking, and maybe also looking to expand. And I feel like you have the expansion part. There's someone showing up looking to seeking out maybe partnership, seeking out connection, seeking out community after time away, after isolation, after heartbreak. And it feels like you are focused on filling your cup, finding yourself, finding what your soul desires. And in that process, you also hold the keys to some type of expansive energy that somebody else would like to be a part of. You know, if someone is looking to expand their circle, expand their world, you've kind of got the world that they would like to expand into. So there's something that you have to offer each other. But you feel like extremely abundant in this place. and also like quite busy. And you also feel quite independent and busy, preoccupied. There's already something growing within you in this space. There's a few different pregnancy energies here, and lots of children energy here. So this is a very like abundant energy, a very motherly energy. And then there is this other person who seems to be watching you, engaging with you, and seeing a potential partner within you. And if this isn't a person, this could be a business opportunity, something like that, like a new job that sees you as the perfect find. But I do feel like you're finding yourself here. And I feel like all of yourselves are getting to kind of dance, and your spirit is coming into union with itself. And that's something to celebrate, obviously. Okay. I need to like continue to move this because it's just so, what's it called? Hot. But I don't want to be completely in the sun. Okay, let me continue to shuffle. This is not very new energy. Spirit, can you, because like these are things that have kind of been coming up for a while now. Spirit, okay, let's continue to expand on this message, and can you tell us something we don't know, like something new? I mean, or, you know, obviously just say whatever you want to say, but just wondering. Okay, we have the King of Wands. Okay. The Queen of Swords. Okay. This to me looks like decision makers. The Four of Pentacles. This is super interesting. And 18, the Moon, and then 17, 18, and then the Hermit card with the Star card. So hold on. We have the 2233. We have the King of Wands, the King of Wands, the Queen of Swords, the Four of Pentacles. Then we had the Star card fall out with the Hermit card, and at the back of the deck we have the Moon card, which is the following number after the Star card. It's number 18. When I saw the King of Wands and the Queen of Swords, the first thing that I thought was decision makers. And the more that I was thinking about it, the more it felt like somebody's parents or some type of authority figure within an institution that is powerful and that has weight to it, that maybe has weight within society, that has a say, that has a voice. And two people that seem to be directing someone to go out into the world and find something and recover something. There seems to be someone who has valuables that they are sitting on, wealth that they are sitting on, perhaps an inheritance that they are sitting on, something that is protected. And it's something that they are protective of, and possibly also that their parents are protective of. This is, I'll just be very plain about it. And this doesn't need to be this exact example, but if there are, the parents of a noble family, the parents within a noble family, and their son, their son needs to go find a bride. And so they're like, go find someone and go over here, go look for this kind of person, go blah, 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 giving them instructions, giving this person instructions. And so now this son is set out on a journey to go do that. This is not a new narrative. This is something that I've read before. And like I said, it doesn't need to actually be that serious. Could be a family business, could be something else, but it does feel like someone is being instructed by authority figures in their life and elders within their life, like parents, to go out and get something, and they're being told how to do it. yeah, these are like teachers in their lives. These are important figures in their lives. These are like guardians. And it feels like this person feels protective over whatever wealth or things, title that they hold on to, that they've inherited, or that's theirs. And it feels like they are being instructed to go out and leave home, to leave this thing, leave this protective energy, and go out into the world and seek something. Hold on. So then with the Star and the Hermit, this is where I feel like paths could be aligning. Because remember, I was like, I did want to do a soulmate reading. Clearly, they're going to let me. So, yes. But this is where paths could be aligning. Because what this feels like, this is what the Star could be busy doing. This is exactly what the Star, remember we began with the Star after the Tower. Guess who's in the Tower? That's why I was like, this doesn't feel like you, right? And I was saying you need to be distracted because something else is going on somewhere else. Guess who's in the Tower? This other person, this other energy that's like protective of this wealth. So some type of cosmic force, probably directed by, and it could have been like, so these two mentors, these two parents, these two authority figures could have been guided by their own intuition to tell this person to get out of this tower, stop, being so protective of this thing, and go pursue, go find someone to share this with. It's not meant to be used all alone. So these two people might have been guided by their own intuition, which was the universe at hand. So they created a tower moment, knocked this person out of their tower. Now this person is on a journey, right, to go find whatever it is, this partnership. This journey, all of this is being fueled by the Star. The Star is bringing these two paths together. So bringing the Moon together, this person who's on a journey, and you, or if you're this person, bringing this other part together, the one who's been sent off to go be alone and express themselves and find themselves and nurture themselves, with that Ace of Cups especially. So this is what the Star is working on. The Star is working on bringing these two people together, and it's trying to find a way to do that. Okay, interesting. And it's hard because these are both these both seem to be quite stubborn energies, at least in the way, oh, look at that little bug. These both seem to be stubborn energies, at least in how committed they are to like a path of responsibility and growth, so much so that they don't let loose enough, which you need a lot of wiggle room and looseness if you're gonna let the universe help you out. So let's see. I hope I'm not flashing you guys. I'm just super hot. Okay, let's see. Okay, so we have the Five of Swords and the Empress. Okay. Some type of magic making is happening. Something could be being conjured up. This could be your shadow at work, your shadow at play, or something. Death. Yeah, interesting. This could be a battle of wits, especially between your intuition. Your intuition could know exactly what it's doing, but there could be other aspects of yourself that are like, wait, no, and that's how it could feel. But in other ways, it could just feel like other aspects of yourself are being distracted in order to let this thing happen, because there is a certain decision that might need to be made that ends up causing some type of destruction, some type of loss, some type of heartbreak, but it's necessary. And so maybe your shadow is being the one to do this, because being the one to play this role, because intuitively you all kind of know that this is how it has to happen. Yeah, you all kind of know that this is how it has to happen, but it could be like unnerving to certain aspects of yourself. Could even be like to certain witches in your family line. There could also, hold on. And a star at the back of the deck with the Knight of Swords. It's almost like some curses have to be broken in order to wake up some part of yourself. Like some magic has to be done in order to wake up some part of yourself. It's almost like in order to evolve to a certain point that you like are supposed to get to on your path, like magic is actually involved. And that could be stressful for you. That could be stressful for whoever you're around. That could cause distress. It could be stressful in the spiritual realm. Because it's like, well, I don't know, maybe that's just not something you're used to working with. Because there is something here around like curses and spells, but it's not scary to me. It just kind of feels like what's required for this kind of energy. In one way or another, something needs to be broken, or something needs to be chosen, something needs to be said, something needs to be written in order to wake up a part of yourself that ultimately is very generous and is very giving and is very nurturing and abundant. But this power has to be manifested and like woken up, and it requires some type of like conjuring or something. Can you speak more to this, Spirit? Because we also have the High Priestess. So it does really feel like some type of magic work is going to be done. Some type of spell work. It could be, I don't know. Could you tell us more, Spirit? Like, what is this that we're feeling? The Queen of Cups. All of these are just intuition. The High Priestess, the Empress, and the Queen of Cups. But what about, can you clarify the Five of Swords? Oh. What is this Five of Swords saying? Yeah, it's almost like somebody's following direction. And it's funny because there's so many different intuitive voices happening here. And I really do think that there could be a bit of a debate in the spirit realm around what you're supposed to be doing and around how they're supposed to help you get to some type of point. There could be some debate. And your ancestors, or like the witches in your family line, the more human aspects preferred, in contrast to maybe the more like other forms of ancestors or other forms of spirit guides on your path, they could be kind of taking the lead on this, or they could be like, no, this is what we need to be, this is what we need to do. Or actually, maybe your ancestors, I don't know. There's something here. There's a lot of voices. And there could be conflicting ideas around what's best for your path. Yeah, because look at that. Even the Magician. But I feel like there's some type of collaboration happening here. I do think there's a collaboration happening here between two guiding like ancestral cosmic energies in your spirit team. I do think there's a collaboration. I do think they're working together, and they could be taking you off the map. You could be kind of off-roading. they could be guiding you to go do something that maybe isn't written, or like is kind of like, there's like a big potential for heartbreak, there's a big potential for disaster, which is maybe why we also have so many cards coming out that are tricky, because that could also be a bit of a warning, just like to be prepared for this, because in order to get you to a certain point, which requires a certain amount of energy and even a certain amount of excellence, there is potential fallout. So in order to prepare you, they could be like making you aware of, the bad things that could happen because of the good things that are going to happen if we do this certain action, if we take you down this certain route. And so there's kind of like a bit of prepping and planning on their part. And there could be certain ancestors, certain members of the spiritual team that are concerned and that are not sure about this, that are not feeling confident about this. And then there are others but I don't feel like they're stopping it. I just feel like they're not super happy. I just feel like there's concern. But I don't feel personally concerned. It just seems like, it could end up being like a test of your strength. That's the card I haven't seen in a while, the strength card. But it does feel like you could be going into, treacherous territory. Treacherous territory. They could be taking you off the map. You could be off-roading a little bit. This is interesting. I don't understand the Six of Pentacles and the Empress, though. Like, why the Six of Pentacles? Maybe I don't need to. I just don't get it. Okay, so let's keep going. Ugh. That's something I haven't really heard before. Knight of Wands at the back of the deck. I kind of want to shuffle again. There's a lot of paths. I think one of the problems is, it's not a problem, but one of the things is that there's just like a lot of paths you could go down right now. And there also could be worry around, they could also be nervous around whether you are going to know which path to pick. You could have this could be part of the test. Like, it could be that you are going to be positioned with a lot of options, and there could be good options, but there could be like a certain path that you need to take, and like, this is like the thing, like they're like, it's a compromise, or it's like it's a bet. They're like, okay, we're betting that hopefully they choose this. We have to give them all these, and we're just hoping they choose this. We're hoping they choose this one, But in order to do this kind of magic, it requires that we give them options that lead to heartbreak, give them options that are bad, that could cause trauma, that could result in a major loss, in a feeling of major loss, especially emotionally. So it toys with the emotions a little bit, but it's almost like there was no other option. Like, it had to be a choice. They had to make you choose. They have to make you choose. So yeah, like, there's something here around that. There's something here around, wow, I was gonna say, this makes me think of the Seven of Cups. Look at that, right? It's almost like that's like what they had to do. It was like, in order to give you this thing, which is like the gold mine, which is the right option, and it required like magic working, they had to give it to you amongst many options. And it's like a test of your discernment. It's a test of your intuition. It's a test of, can you use your tools? Can you, outsmart the magic to be able to choose the option that's best for you? How will you know? And it might be it might be scary. There might be some tension in the spirit world because they're not sure. Like, you know, you can never really know what a soul is going to choose to do, what a person is going to choose to do. So there could be a lot of tension around that. It is making me think of the Seven of Cups. That's super interesting. Geez. Okay, let's keep going. I mean, the right option could definitely have something to do with the Empress and the Six of Pentacles, though. The Fool, a new beginning, a leap of faith, going bravely and boldly into a new beginning, a leap of faith, something that requires travel. So for one, it could be the option that requires travel. It's a big ass spider. LOL. It could be the option that requires travel. It could be the option that requires, you know, you to give, you to be generous, you to be giving, you to be nurturing. Could be the option that immerses you in nature. It also could be one of those things where it's like you already kind of know. And so I'm not sure, you already kind of know what the right option is. Perhaps it's just that once you get all these other options coming in, you're not going to want to choose the right option, right? So it could be a battle of strength at that point. Anyways, let's keep going. What's going on, Spirit, with the Fool? We have the Hierophant, Balance, the Queen of Wands, the Seven of Cups, the Page of Cups. Remaining centered, remaining balanced, listening. Your body could be giving you answers during this time. Your art could be giving you answers. Your creativity could be giving you answers during this time. It's a lot of energies. It's about balance. What is the key here, Spirit? What is like the key here? I mean, remaining open to your destiny path. Where there's smoke, there's fire. Where you don't want to go, you should go. LOL. That could be a huge thing. The Knight of Swords, the King of Wands, the Eight of Pentacles. The key here could even be acting quickly. The key here could be acting quickly and not even giving yourself too much of a chance to think about it. That could also be part of the key here. Just like making a decision, you know, and not pondering too much on it. Just like flying by the seat of your tail, being naive, being immature, just going with God, going with grace, taking a leap of faith. That could be the key here, to put yourself in a position where you're not stressed and struggling, you know, trying to make the right decision when you know the right decision. The key here could be to just jump immediately. Just say yes. All you've got to do is say yes. Don't know let me undress you, baby. Open up your mind, no. You make me so. The Two of Wands. Yeah, I just feel like there's some type of openness going to a corner of the world you haven't been to before, taking on something that might require like grit and bravery. Oh wow, I was just looking at 444. You make me so. You know, it could be the obvious choice. And the obvious choice isn't necessarily the wanted choice, you know? Yeah, there could be a lot of debate. You might need to act quickly and act swiftly, like seriously, in order to avoid giving yourself more stress. And to maybe avoid picking the wrong option. You have the 10 of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Star. And it could be the type of thing that would enable you to let go of also a bunch of other things that you don't want to hold on to, because you just kind of would have to, because you like don't have the capacity to hold them all at once if you do this one option. But it'll be an uphill battle if you consider all the options, because they're not actual options. And I think that that's the point. Like, I think that there's only one real option. And if you say no, or if you spend too much time considering the others, it could be one of those timing things where you miss your timing, you miss your boat if you don't just jump, you know? So don't be fast about it. Be quick about it. Just say yes. Just go for it. Is that what the energy is, Spirit? And I do feel like this is like a divine method. And I think you'll be happy. Spirit, is that what this is about? I guess I'll just let you keep going. The Star has come out a whole bunch here. So you just need to believe in yourself. Because it could even be that you just don't believe in yourself. Or you don't believe this is good enough. You don't believe this is abundant enough. You don't believe this is a thing. You're struggling to see how this could be the thing. But this is the thing that was sent to you, while everything else, that could also be a sign or a signal. You know, it's the thing that was sent to you versus everything else you went out to go find. This is the thing that was sent to you. I'm about to let you know you make me so, 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 so. You make me. Yeah, look at that. We have the Fool again. And look at that. Then we have the Strength card. Yeah, acting quickly and just saying yes. Just say yes. I think that's what this is all about. Like, just say yes to this opportunity. Just say yes. Okay, Spirit. Any other messages? And it's like, no matter how delicious the other options seem, this is about divine timing. You know, there's going to be a lot of things on the table, but you've already gotten a taste of what it is that is yours. And you need to be able to take it and not be distracted by all these other things that start popping up. You've already gotten a glimpse at what it is that you should choose, and you need to take it. You know, it's already like everything else. Look at that. Everything else is already like off the table. I mean, everything else is on the table. There's only something that's fallen off into your space, that's hit your intuition, that's already began interacting, already began feeding your intuition. There's only one thing that's done that. And you, like, this could be a very soothing experience for you. There's also this interesting energy of you like taking care or becoming part of this family. And there could be like a partnership that you are growing within. There's like a partnership that you could be growing within in this space, but it also feels like there's this opportunity for you to take care of this family. Part of this feels like a bit of an au pairing world, like working with a newborn, and as part of a family, like in Sweden or something. Oh well. But hold on. and like witnessing love firsthand or being a witness to something. It might be the thing that seems imperfect. The Fool, again. The Chariot. Whoa, wait. Oh my God, this is confusing. I understand now. Oh no. Oh no. Hold on a minute. Oh God. This confused me. But I tried to make this what it wasn't. Don't get distracted. There's a place where you're in your comfort zone, but there's a place where you're not. And it's the place where you're not. Okay? Don't get distracted. Don't do what I just did. I just showed you. There's a lot of things that you can turn that are going to come up to you upside down, and you're going to have the ability to turn them over and be like, this is a thing, this is the thing. But it's not, you know, like, don't make something more than what it is. Go with what's already waiting for you. Go where there's already a path drawn out to you. You don't even know how to get to these other places. You can get to this one option. It's there, it's waiting for you, it's available to you. Go with it. The devil is going to sneak up on you and it's going to offer you so many things that seem sweeter, that seem more abundant financially, that, you know, but where there's smoke, there's fire. And there's something already waiting for you. There's something already calling you. And you both need to go. This is absolutely a test, which is like so annoying. But this is absolutely a test, and it's probably just to see like where you're at, you know, in terms of how well can you really listen. How well can you really listen to yourself? How well can you really listen to your intuition? And there's a lot of fear around you missing the boat, you know? But you just need to go. Go blindly. Don't think about it. Just say yes to this thing that's going to be offered to you, to this leap of faith, to this jump off the cliff. Just say yes to it. Because that's the real deal. And it might not be as shiny or glamorous as everything else, but like, that's the thing. Anything else, Spirit? Because everything else is just hypotheticals. The Five of Swords. I've never really noticed her before. There's a lot of different ideas. Yeah, I think we've already hit the nail on the head, okay? And I think Spirit is now just showing you, you know, what can happen if you don't just go for it. You know, you get contemplative, you start to overthink, you start to be looking at things that aren't things, but making them into things. You just need to go, you know, just go ahead, go straight forward, go. Say yes to this thing, say yes to it blindly, just let the action happen, just let it happen. Because when you start to get into this place of debate, and I also think you should keep as many voices out of this as you can. So don't bring other people into this conversation, because it's kind of a decision you're going to need to make yourself, and you've kind of already made it. So just when this thing becomes official, just commit. Just commit to it and set yourself in a position where you can't really turn back, you know? Just go run screaming into the blaze. Okay. Bye.